Hey everyone, we are at another Ross. I'm Ross hopping across the state of North Carolina, so there's no telling what city I'll be in and what Ross I'll be in, but we're going to step into this one and see what's new in the craft aisle. You're watching IteariTV. My name is Iteari. Let's get in there. All right, everyone. I'm mainly going to be focusing on items I have not seen in my previous Ross craft aisle walkthroughs, so I'm going to grab a cart here. And I'm going to try to show unique items only, or as unique as I can find. We're going to start with this acrylic marker kit here. This was my first time seeing this little toolbox looking kit full of alcohol markers for $39.99. I believe you get 120 markers in here or something like that. We'll see on the front in a minute. It's 122. And they're dual tip. So you have a bullet and a chisel tip. I think that's a great price for everything you're getting here with the case. We also see some super tip Crayolas for $14.99. I'm seeing different versions of these Crayola markers and color pencils and pens throughout the different Rosses. Here are some dual tip pastel alcohol markers. I'm seeing different versions of this as well throughout different Rosses. So every time I see different packaging, I look at it. Here are some metallic markers for $5.99 by Creative Expert. I'm seeing different versions of these as well. And then we have a few planners and journals and sketchbooks. This section was located at the front of Ross. So Ross right now, a lot of the stores do have stationery and planners and markers and things in the front of the store right now for back to school. So we're seeing some of these James Burke journals and planners. This frog planner is super cute. I had to get it open. I was sort of in the way a little bit as people started coming to this little section, but I was trying to get my filming done. But these frogs have the cutest tabs on these frogs, and frogs kind of creep me out. So I don't get things with frogs on them, but this was actually really, really cute. Really, really cute. And like it's taken me a while to warm up to the frog in the Sanrio characters. His name is Grabie, but I've warmed up to him as well. But certain frogs kind of creep me out. But these are cute to me. I love the lines and the images on the dashboards in this particular journal for $4.99 by James Burke. So this was the first time I started seeing some of these other types of journals with the belly bands, like that Chase Shore something with the sunset on it. I have seen this pink cheetah journal before. This is my second time seeing this one. But some of those other, like that frog journal, that was my first time seeing that particular one in a Ross. So those are going to start popping up in other stores as well. Here's a blue sky planner with tabbed daily and monthly calendar pages. This is going for $12 at Ross right now. I'm seeing a, various range of prices for blue sky. I wouldn't buy a blue sky planner unless it was just very cheap, because to me, it shouldn't have happy planner prices. The pages are just too thin. So I'm a fan and then I'm not a fan. So I'm a fan when I see it priced at below $10 and I'm not a fan when I see it priced at $12 because I'm not going to pay that. But it does have a map in the back and the holidays. So you can find this planner, these blue sky planners, that brand throughout various stores right now. Here's another James Burke journal for $6.99. I mean, his journals are just gorgeous, stunning, and they're getting more and more beautiful as the years go on. Every design I see is quite lovely. Here's a 2026-2027 planner. I love this gold foil dotting on this planner for only $10. That's amazing, with the elastic band on it. Here's a container for $6.49. You can use this for craft storage. You can also use this for makeup storage and jewelry storage, but it would make a great craft storage bin, maybe your paint brushes and markers. Here is a watercolor pencil set. I actually own this for $5.49, but I wanted to show you and remind you to always look at your items before you put them in your cart, because someone took out the actual items that are supposed to be in that pouch by Faber-Castell. So double check your items, y'all. People are opening packages, taking stuff out. Make sure everything is in your packaging before you go and check out. Here are some Bic markers and some Papermate markers, smooth writing markers. We're looking at prices. This is $20 here for the Papermate Ink Joy. Then we have a huge pack of, I think this was highlighters here by Pure Create. I'm not familiar with that brand. These were only $15. So it would be great for a classroom. Here are some pastel colored pencils for $6.99. Perfect for a classroom. These are really pretty. And then here are some self-made creative brand acrylic markers. I hadn't seen this particular packaging before. These are $4.99. Let me know if you've tried the self-made creative stuff. Here's a pouch for $3.99. A 3-ring zipper pouch. We have some Crayola glitter glue, washable glue for $7.99. Hadn't seen this particular packaging before. And I'm thinking in my head, how can I use this? I didn't purchase anything today, though. And then I finally make it back toward the toys where the true stationery and journals and things are. Here we have the Capybara stationery set for $2.99. And then I found this pack of cardstock by CW, acid-free. And this cardstock is $3.99. I thought that was a great price for that. Less cutting I would have to do because I use small amounts of cardstock. And then I'm seeing these smooth writing books that they're calling marker paper, and it's very glossy paper. Let me know if you guys use this paper. It's very glossy, like photo print paper. And they're calling it marker paper, but I'm like, that paper, wouldn't marker smear on it, smudge? But it's saying no smear paper, so I don't get it. I don't get why it's glossy. Here's a Bree Reese scratch art kit for $3.99. This one is gorgeous. This one is fabulous. I have not seen this one in Hobby Lobby, and I love that price for that one. Here's another sketch pad, a 9x12 pure white paper. This is nice to have in your stash if you need pure white paper. That pad is $3.99. And then I picked up some other packaging I hadn't seen. These highlighters by Mystic Art Supplies for $2.99. I hadn't seen this brand before. Those are very pretty highlighters. The printing on the highlighters is very pretty. And then I saw these Uniball pens. I'm a huge fan of Uniball for $3.99. So I know for sure those are good pens. And then I saw this wood furniture repair kit for $4.99. I just want you to see how much random stuff you can find at Ross at any point in time. We've got this Scotch super glue for $2.99. It was my first time seeing the Scotch super glue. And then we have the No Run Gel Scotch super glue for $2.99. Amazing prices. Then we have these G2 Pilot pens for $4.99. This is another really great pen brand that I'm familiar with. We got some E6000 that we'll take a closer look at later. And then we have some more acrylic paints here for $6.99. Hadn't seen this packaging before. And then I found some more G2 pens with rare colors for only 99 cents. 99 cents. Limited edition colors. That's crazy. And then here are some beads for $5.99. It's 2 cases of beads in there being sold as one unit. You can use that for jewelry, paper clips. That's an awesome price. Here are some twisty crayons for $4.99. I hadn't seen this packaging, so I picked this one up. Here's some metallic pens. Hadn't seen this packaging, so this is $3.99. I'm just picking up random things that I hadn't noticed at my local Ross. Here are some stationery kits by Studio C. These are $3.99 a piece. These are very pretty. I was thinking about bedazzling and adding charms and things on these notebooks. They would make very beautiful gifts and gift sets. I am going to go ahead and show this paper holder again for $4.99. You can find this in multiple Rosses. And then that container there, that rainbow container, you see that pop up in various Rosses as well. That container is like $27.99. Here's another Fashion Angels bead set for $5.99. I almost bought that one because I loved the size of those pony beads. Here's some Color in Motion twistable crayons for $7.99. Someone told me that this was a great brand. They do have a lot of the Color in Motion with Snoopy and the Peanuts gang. We'll look at that in a few. Here's some shoe goo. So randomly just some shoe goo sitting out there at Ross for $4.99. Ross is like another version of Ollies, to just be frank. And then we have E6000 that you can find very frequently in most Rosses for $4.99, but I think this is cheaper in Walmart. Here's a portfolio clipboard watercolor set. This was very nice. 19 pieces. Gorgeous. I love the painting that they put on there and on the cover. And this is only $10, so $9.99. And then I saw one Happy Planner sticker book pop up. I flipped through this, 833 stickers for $2.99. If you're a planner girly, you know very well how amazing Happy Planner is. I'm always excited when I see the random Happy Planner sticker books pop up in Ross. You can use this for planning. You can use these in your journals. You can use stickers for anything, y'all. So don't think that you have to plan with these. You can just use these just for the sake of using them. Always a joy to see random Happy Planner products. And then we have a pencil case. These can be found in Walmart right now, but this random one was found at Ross for $3.99. But these very pencil cases, they are being sold at Walmart. I don't know the price in Walmart. I forgot, but I saw them when I did my massive Walmart haul. Here's another stationery set for $2.99. Here are the Peanuts Color and Motion crayons. Very beautifully done. I did purchase these in a previous walkthrough. These are $7.99 just because the artwork was just so beautifully done on the crayons. I just had to have it. I just wanted to look at it. Here's another beautiful notebook with a nautical theme by James Burke for $4.99. Very classy. And then we have some canvases for $10. These are by King Art. These were very, very heavy. Very heavy. 14 pieces, 8 by 10. 14 of them. Then I saw another random planner. I had a commenter tell me to be careful when buying planners from Ross because sometimes the dates will be completely wrong. So look out for that. I never even thought about that. So that's never happened to me. So thank you, whoever told me that. Thanks for that tip. So you guys, if you're buying planners from Ross, beware that the dates could be printed wrong. Here's a memory book you can use for scrapbooking. I love how the glitter was done on this particular picture book. I will be using a similar book for my diamond painting log in the future, where I log the different diamond paintings I've done. And this book, that particular book there, was $10. Here's another storage container, that rainbow one for $27.99. So there were quite a few of those in this particular Ross. Here's some more canvases for $5.49. These have the back open so you could hang those like pictures. Here's some Crayola color pencils. I have the markers that match this. I purchased the markers from Ollies. This is my first time seeing the colored pencils for $7.99, but the markers were cheaper at Ollies. I think the markers were like $3.99 at Ollies. And then here's a Brie Reese marker color by number. This one is gorgeous, just like that scratch pad. I was really tempted to pick this one up and the scratch pad, but I didn't do any shopping. I don't need any more color by numbers, but I wanted this one. I looked at this one for a while for only $7. That's a great price. I'm a huge Brie Reese fan. I was trying to flip through here, and I wanted to see the pages, and sure enough, the backgrounds are colored in that very pretty blue. I love paper that's already partially colored. It just makes the coloring experience pop even more. Here's a sketch art set. I'm not an artist, but this looks like something that would be high quality that you could give to a sketch artist. It comes with a mannequin and a bunch of other stuff, pencil sharpener, different chalk color pencils for $20. That was a pretty heavy kit as well. And then I picked up another charcoal pencil set. This one was $4.99. And let's see what's next. I kind of was looking at that one, trying to figure out what it was, I think. And then here are some glitter canvases. There are 2 of each of these unicorns. There are glitter canvases at Five Below that you can purchase each for $5. But this one with 6 in them is only $7. So it's a great price if you love unicorns. Then I finally start making my way out. I look at these egg containers again. I still have not picked them up, y'all. I know. I need to pick up the egg containers. Everybody convinced me, do it, Iteari. So I will, but those are like $5.99 or $6.99. I think there's some different versions of those egg containers too. I always love looking at the storage aisle before I leave because I'm always thinking about what I can store my crafty things in. And Ross always has some very pretty storage containers and plastic containers that you can store things in. This particular floral box was only $7.99. But I appreciate you for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and hype if you can. Make sure you check the description to view my other channels and the discount codes and my crafty playlists and my crafty hauls. I've shown plenty of hauls from stores like Ross and TJ Maxx and Big Lots and Burlington for all the crafty things that I found. So always look at the hauls as well. And I will see you next time in the craft aisle.